Welcome to Insta Chat with the Journalist. I'm Andile, aka the Journalist, and today my guest is the lovely, the super talented Babalwa. She is a singer slash songwriter, and she just dropped a brand new album. This is actually like her first solo project, and it's called Aluta Continua. It dropped, I think, 2 weeks ago in October. And yeah, we're just going to be talking to her about the music. We're going to be talking to her about, the journey of her career. But most importantly, we'll be chatting Aluta Continua. And Aluta Continua, we'll be talking about some of the songs that are in there, what the experience was like for her, stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to the chat with Babalwa. It's long overdue. It's a long overdue interview. Yeah, I'm very excited, very, very excited about it. So thank you so much for tuning in. Hello.
How are you? Wait, let me fix my face.
Okay. But you look good, though. I think you look great.
Thanks.
Yeah. Finally, this interview is taking place. Yeah. We've been having a lot of network issues, and you've also been very busy. So I'm glad that today is finally happening. So yeah, man, are you good? How are you feeling today?
I'm good, man. Besides the network, I'm fine. And how are you?
No, I'm chilling. I'm alright. So yeah, Babalwa, you just dropped your first solo project. How does it feel to have like your own body of work as an artist released?
It's amazing, dog. It's amazing. And honestly, the support has been overwhelming. I don't want to lie. So yeah, I'm super excited. We still have, I think it's 2 weeks now. So yeah.
And the name, I mean, it's called Aluta Continua. Aluta Continua is a phrase that you always hear in politics or in any type of, struggle or movement, So, what does it mean? And, what does Aluta Continua mean? And why did you name your album that?
Because remember, this is not like my first project. I dropped the project last year with Momo, titled Bayeke, right? So it's pretty much, I was pretty much telling a story, explaining where my music journey started, So yeah, pretty much that, like the struggles in the entertainment music or whatever you guys might call it. So yeah, that's pretty much. So I'm carrying on from the first project to now. It's all continuous. So we're carrying on. The struggle continues. I don't know if you get me though.
No, I get you. The struggle continues, It's a continuation from Bayeke, which you dropped in 2020. But, you were with Kelvin Momo on that project. So now, with Aluta Continua, it continues with you, as your baby. So,
yeah.
I listened to the project, and the intro, it's harmonies, there are no lyrics there. So why did you go that direction? Why didn't you sing? Why did you choose to just go with harmonies on the intro?
Okay, I pretty much wanted to introduce people to my sound. I didn't want to start, the project. I don't know if you get me. I wanted people to understand the type of sounds that I'm coming with. So I think the intro was basically me introducing people to my sound.
And I'm just gonna go through some of the tracks that I've heard on the album that I think are very interesting, and I like it's a story. It's really an album because you start with the intro and then some powerful names like Ungazili Bali, like I'm a Tswana speaking gent, but I know that's like don't forget yourself or something. So what inspired that song?
I pretty much wanted to put the message across that people mustn't forget who they are, and they mustn't forget that obviously uzela emhlabeni uyi-one. So you need to make sure whatever craft you're pushing, whether it's music, whether whatever you're pushing, just make sure that you put God first. And most importantly, you also don't forget yourself in the midst of like everything. You know, don't forget who you are and where you're going and where you want to go in the future.
And you know, like you said that on the intro that you didn't want to start the album with gish gish type of sound. You know, you wanted to you know, to make it a smooth and make obviously own your version of Amapiano. And listening to Somila, you know, it's like such an expensive sounding song. You know, you know what inspired that sound?
So, like in every song that I do, I always tell a story. So I wanted in that song, I'm pretty much explaining. Somila means nizokula, right? So I'm pretty much saying, Uti, from where I started. I know there's a lot of people that might have thought, she's not gonna make it that far, or whatever the story is. But eventually, I'm where I am, and I feel like I'm still gonna grow in the future. So this is just the beginning. So that song is pretty much, you know, motivating people, Uti, like, no matter what people say, you will eventually get to where you want to be if when you put in the hard work, you put in each and every element that needs to be added to make, you know, whatever, whenever you want to be in life.
And you know, it's such a and the story flows, right? Because Sasalami, you know, I understand when you wrote that song, you were actually speaking to the generation, you know, like to be more considerate. But you know, like, what does that mean exactly? Like, you know, what message are you trying to put across with Sasalami?
So with Sasalami, I'm pretty much trying to, you know, parents, they all have dreams that they want us to fulfill, you know. They're like, you must go to school, you must do this, you must do that in order for you to make it in life. So I'm pretty much saying that's not entirely wrong. Yeah, that's not entirely wrong. So people need to also, as much as we think, yo, abazali bayabhora, bazokutshela ukuthi uyenze so, you don't want to do this. Mara, in whatever you do, just make sure ukuthi whatever bona they believe that you can do, you try and also push that. Because Mina, to be honest, I didn't want to do music. I'm not even gonna lie. I was just, you know, it was lockdown, and I'm like, let me just, you know, everyone had a hobby in lockdown. During lockdown, everybody had a hobby. So I'm like, anyway, my boyfriend is producing. Let me just put in some lyrics, you know. I didn't think. But they kept on saying, you must do music. And I was like, nah, I'm not into that vibe. But yeah.
That is very, very surprising because, you know, like on Twitter, you know, like you are flexing your vocals. So when you say that you know, you didn't really want to do music, for someone with such a dope voice, I had like, you know, like, surely you didn't start singing last year. Like, tell me about your musical journey. Like, when did it start?
Okay, so I used to, like, I never really paid attention to this music thing. Like, I used to go to church, and then obviously when there's like functions, like youth functions, they're like, please just, you know, do something, Yana. Like, I'll do something, but it's not like, you know. So I wouldn't really say I was singing like full time. No, I wasn't. It was just a once-off thing. I was never in like choirs or the worship team or whatever the story is. I was just, you know, that girl people think I can sing and they want me to do something when there's events. They're like, please do something. But yeah.
Wow. So, you know, you've been sitting with this talent and you know, you shared it by mistake, because a lot of people, even on social media, they are saying that you are like the best vocalist in the country. I'm sure you've seen those type of comments. Even someone now was
Scary.
saying, yeah, you know. So, you know, what is your response to people saying that you're the best vocalist in the country?
I don't want to lie. It's really scary, you know, so much pressure. because I'm just doing it because, okay, I was doing it for fun, but now I'm enjoying it. So when I get those comments, I'm just like, yo, that's like pressure for me to be even better than I was. Like last year, this year. So whatever I need, whatever I'm gonna drop next, I need to make sure it's better than this project that I dropped. Whether I'm featuring people or whatever the story may be. But yeah.
Okay, so tell me about the songwriting process, right? Because, you know, listening to tracks like Suga, which sounds like, you know, you are warning James to be like, yo, stay away. So obviously you it feels like you're someone that has a lot to say. You know, tell me about your songwriting process. Like, have you always been writing music, or is it also something new?
It's something new. Like, I didn't even think I can write, to be honest. I didn't, because every song that I have, I wrote it myself. Like, I didn't think I had it in me. Like, when my mini beat, I'm like, okay, what can I say? What can I? I have to be in the zone. But it's a quick thing. It's a quick thing. I'm on my phone and I'm like, okay, I like this. I like this sound. Let me just write something. But before I actually start writing, I start by making sounds. Then they're gonna lead me to saying whatever I wanna say at that moment, however I'm feeling. I don't know.
And obviously, you know, your first EP, Bayeke, it was with Kelvin Momo, and he's obviously like, you know, he's behind like 80%, correct me if I'm wrong, of the production of, or, you know, on Aluta Continua. So my thing is, you know, what are the, you know, the dynamics of your working relationship, considering that you guys are also dating? Like, is it easy for you guys to work together? You know, like, how does that work?
Honestly, like when we're in the studio, it's not like this is my boyfriend or whatever. It's like, to jump on this, I don't have time. So I make sure when I'm with him in studio, I make sure I just finish what I'm doing. Then everything else, and then obviously when you're done the song, like, babe, this is really dope. But like when we're in the studio, it's work. It's no girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever the story is. If I don't like the beat that he's doing at that moment, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna be able to vibe with this one. Let's try something else. So it's strictly work when we're working.
Look, I respect that. I think it's dope, you know, to be able to work with your partner, you know, be in the same industry and do like dope stuff. It's really something to be proud of. But you also work with other people, right? So Mass Music also just dropped the project, and the intro song, you know, it's your lovely vocals. So how was it like collaborating with Mass Music?
It was amazing because I always wanted to work with Mass, It's like, yo, because the first time I saw Mass was, I think, Lockdown House Party. I was like, yo, I like his sound. It's really dope. I think I can, like, put some dope vocals, I'm sorry about that, like, on his whatever. So, obviously, when he's like, he hit me up, he's like, let's work. I'm like, okay. Let's see what we can, Then, obviously, we did the first track. I was still a bit nervous. We did the first track. And I was like, I think I'm in the mood to do a second track. That's when we did Inquisio. Like, we did it in 30 minutes. I won't lie, it was very quick. If not 30, max 40, the song was done.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, no, man. Look, interesting stuff. It's very rare to find an artist that, they try music out and then already, their project kind of like, gets like national success, right? So, I just want to congratulate you on that. I think it's really, really dope. And obviously you've worked with Mass Music. I can just assume that a lot of, like, other producers want to work with you. So, are there other guys or girls, that are doing music that you are currently, thinking of working with?
I don't know. Like, there's a couple that I'm thinking maybe, because also I'm also thinking I don't want to be in a song and then I don't feel the song, or be in a song and our voices don't complement each other. I think the most important thing is our voices complementing each other the same way I work with producers. I need to make sure that whatever sound, I'm gonna be able to complement it. I wouldn't. That's why I'm not in a hurry to just collaborate with anyone. I'm not quick to say let's work, because I'm not sure if your sound is gonna, make sense with my sound. So I think, yeah, there is a few I would like to try something with. Yeah, I'll keep it under wraps. I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh, okay. So you're not gonna reveal anything. Okay, no, that's fine, man. That's fine.
No, there's popular DJs that I'm gonna do a song with, but yeah, I'm still waiting on them. But yeah, those are just the only people. Yeah, but vocalists, not yet. Not yet.
No, I know you're probably talking about Gabs and Maporisa, man.
Why would you think there's a lot of producers? Why would you think?
Because you said popular DJs. Okay, I don't know.
No.
Okay, fine. Okay, no pressure. I'm not gonna pressure you to reveal, who you're working with. So, last question. What's next for Babalwa? What are you dropping next? Man, network is showing us flames, but it's okay, because I was actually asking her the last question. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Catch you on the flip side, man. If you just joined in, this interview will be available on thejournalistdj.com. So thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, Babalwa, I was gonna ask you the last question anyway before the network started messing with us. So it's all love, it's all good. Good night, guys. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the follow button.